What's good, y'all? It's C. Will, and this is the Passive Income Network. On this podcast, we talk about creating assets that produce passive income. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe, find us on all the streaming platforms, and tap in. On this podcast episode, we have a special feature, Clifford of Alchemon. Welcome back.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yes. It's always a pleasure. Seeing you very active on Twitter. A great project, Play to Earn. So before we fully get into all the fun stuff I want to talk about, please introduce yourself and also the project.
Yeah, my name is Cliff. I'm the co-creator and CEO of Alchemon. Basically, what we are is we're the play-to-earn game on blockchain, the biggest one. And basically, how it works is you just get some NFTs and then you earn just by holding the NFTs. And then after that, we're releasing a video game at the end of this month. It should be out any day now. And then you can play and earn more tokens. And yeah, so what's going on?
Nice. So to let y'all know, I own some Alchemon, and every Saturday, I think about 1 p.m. Pacific Standard. So every Saturday, I look forward to receiving my Alki coin, which is the payout. You break it down. You go ahead.
Yeah. So basically, for each card you hold, you get a certain amount, and every week we go through and reward you for all the cards you hold. So all you have to do is literally get the NFTs and hold them in your wallet, and then add a couple assets that show that you want to earn. And then every week we'll shoot you out some Alka coin, and then you can do whatever you want with it.
So we got Alka coin. We have a whole economy. All right. So let's dive right on in. Can we talk deep about this play to earn? So you're got set 1 through 4.
Yep.
And they're on sale. They're on different marketplaces. I see people reselling. The NFT Explorer is popping with all the statistics. Can we talk about the whole economy of Alchemon and like kind of how it plays? You guys are minting NFTs, you're selling them. People are in the hunting grounds, they're in the training grounds, and then people are evolving. Let's dive in on the economy.
Yeah. So basically, we how we set it up is we left the economy up to the community. So we didn't, we haven't sold one token as Alchemon Inc. We haven't sold anything, just the NFTs. And so basically we built a platform for people to buy and trade NFTs and earn Alka coin. So, and our NFTs are always, not always, because resales can get pretty high, but our commons are always 5 algo, and our packs for 6 cards are 20 algo. So it's always reasonable to get in. And basically how it works is our job is to grow the Alchemon community bigger and bigger, and just release more and more different Alchemon. So right now, we're on the 4th set, and we'll keep releasing sets into the future as long as people, keep buying and earning and playing and stuff.
Yes, nice. It's amazing. So talking about that, let's move over to sales. So I was looking on Twitter the other day, and then the stat came out. Let's do the USD value was 547,000 in sales. Like that's $500,000.
Yeah. A lot of that is also aftermarket stuff. That's not all income we get, but a lot of people buying, selling, and on the aftermarket. So it's we've done over 24,000 sales on the blockchain between us and the community. And also something that hasn't been shared is we have our when people quick evolve, it costs a fee and you trade in 2 cards. I just ran the numbers on that the other day, and we have over 18,000 quick evolve transactions. That with the 24,000, that means we have over 42,000 confirmed transactions on the blockchain. And that doesn't include, all the free evolutions and all the giveaways and stuff like that. So we've definitely done, easily over, 50,000 blockchain transactions for our community, which is just it's awesome.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
And that's what I love about Algorand, because, imagine trying to do 50,000, transactions on Ethereum or something like that.
Yeah, that would have been 100,000 in fees.
Yeah, easily. Yeah. So that's why, that's why Algorand is so awesome, is because, this project couldn't exist on Ethereum without being hugely bankrolled,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So damn. So personally, how does that feel to be able to create something from inception and then actually have people rocking with it?
Yeah, it's wild. The Algorand community definitely wants good projects and good things to get into. We've seen, since the release of Tiny Man, we've seen a lot of scams and stuff like that. But the community is there, and they want things that they can interact with, and they want to find groups they can be a part of. And so that's just what we've provided. But yeah, it's very humbling because, like, yes, I do my job, but the community is really doing their job, and that's why we
Facts.
have the success we have. Is because people are getting involved. They love the nostalgia of a project that they can get behind and earn something from. And passively too. It's
Yes,
like
that's my favorite.
yeah,
Passive income, passive income.
that's right. You only have to be active for, besides like being ready for releases and stuff like that. You could keep your eyes off of it, except for maybe a half an hour a week, send some
Hmm.
stuff here, send
Yeah.
some stuff there. So it's super simple.
Yeah, yeah, it's like definitely. And then, so what's the numbers in the Discord? Because I know there's over thousands
Oh
in
yeah,
there. It's like,
yeah. We're hitting close to 3,000. I think we're like at 2,850 or something like that.
wow.
Yeah.
Again, congrats.
Besides like, besides like some other tokens, I think we're one of the highest Discord groups, definitely NFT wise. Absolutely are.
Yeah. So it's amazing. Like last time you hopped on the podcast, what, 4 or 5 months ago, and then it's like so much growth
Yeah.
since then. It's just like amazing, amazing.
Yeah, it was wild. I brought up the last video we did, and
Yep.
I was like, "Oh my gosh, that was so long ago!" Like
October, I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was wild. So yeah, since then, we did the whole Miami Accelerator, which was awesome. Basically, like having almost daily classes and stuff to learn things, and that just helped us out a ton.
Wait, go. Let's go in more detail. The Miami Accelerator. So you flew out to Miami
for 1 week.
Yes. 1 week, okay.
Yeah.
And then was this during what conference was that out there?
It was. Oh, I forget what it's called.
Was it Decipher? No, it wasn't Decipher.
Yeah,
it was Decipher. Okay,
it was like right after Decipher.
Okay.
Yeah, went into the Miami Accelerator.
So then in the accelerator, then you were like basically with some Algorand experts, I guess. And
yeah.
And then you want to break down how the acceleration process as much as you can share.
Yeah. So basically, it's like probably like 3 to 4 classes a week. We did it with Borderless Capital and the Algorand Foundation. They both sponsor it.
Scaramucci?
No, I didn't give it to me. Him.
Yeah, okay.
And a company called Rocker. They did all the work of it, and they're awesome. So basically, we're with 9 other teams, people like Guard, Vendable, other awesome projects, Wayru. So we were with them, and basically most of it was online. So we worked from the comfort of our own homes, but it was like, the best thing about it was like, we always know there's so much work to do. Like for me as a creator and a CEO, it's like, my next infinity hours are already, I know they're already spent.
Yes, 100%.
So, but then doing the accelerator, what it basically did was it was like, yes, there's all this work to do. There's all these things you need to get done, but like, this is what you need to focus on. These are the important things, like these are the legal things you have to be careful of. These are the things, so really just like put a lot of focus on what actually needed to be done. Which is awesome. And also working with, the guys at Borderless who they're like, they're definitely pros in the space.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They helped us sort out the tokenomics and stuff like that. So they're awesome.
So that's like cool. So you got like these, basically it's a business development incubator. Cause I always tell people, I'm like, okay, that, talk about NFTs. I'm like, NFTs essentially is a business.
Yeah.
Nothing more than that, nothing less. It is a business in the form of a non-fungible token, right? And it's so there's still the marketing aspect, there's still the legalities, there's so many things that you still would have to do in any other business, or we'll say a startup. Because now you guys got, potentially you can do investors or whatever else you want to do, S corps and all that. So that's huge. And just want to put that out there for those who don't know. It is a business, and this guy, they're running sales up, and they're building for the community. Like,
yeah, definitely. We've got 9 full-time employees, 1 part-time employee, and then we have like 3 or 4 contracted employees and stuff like that. So yeah, we are a real company,
Exactly.
A lot of just like the NFT projects, it always starts as like an artist, maybe they have a community manager and a programmer and stuff like that. But like, it's one of those things where it's hard, like until you get popping, until like you get big, like you don't really know what you need, you got to kind of throw things out there and see what happens. And if you blow up, you blow up, obviously it's more complicated than that, but sometimes it's not in this space.
Yeah.
So yeah, we definitely have a whole company, and we've got Alchemon and the token, all that stuff is offshore and things like that. So our offshore, yeah.
Wait, what are you talking about? Singapore?
No, not Singapore. It's like in the Cayman Islands or something like that.
Oh shit! Okay.
So even one big problem with cryptocurrency in the United States is, the SEC, and just, the problem is the uncertainty. So it's not like there's no do this, don't do this. It's just they're saying, well, be careful because we may come after you eventually. So
yeah, it could be like you've been selling securities for the last couple of years, like,
exactly.
and that's a big fear in the industry, and that is kind of like why I do like the whole approach y'all did too, because there's things on Twitter, people, I don't know the people's names, but they're always tagging like, man, what y'all do it like how Alchemon's doing it, honestly. Because there's a few projects, well, it seems like most projects is like they don't have anything out, they're selling token, right? That's the new thing, just sell a token, and then that is bad in my opinion, leaves the rug pulls. But what y'all doing, or what y'all did, was build a real NFT project with utility, the community's behind it, and you're not selling the token.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's different.
Yeah.
It's a reward mechanism.
Exactly. So yeah, we haven't sold any yet. We are doing our seed round. So we will be selling some token to investors, but that's like, a totally different part of the token.
Was that the gold one, right?
No, we're selling Alka coin. So the Alka Gold, which we'll be releasing once the video game is in V1.
Okay.
That will turn into the reward token. So basically, you still will earn Alka coin every week for having your Alchemon.
Yep.
But then the video game is kind of what keeps the cycle going. So you go in with your Alka coin, play the video game. You'll spend some Alka coin, but you'll earn Alka Gold. And so then that's what keeps the cycle going. So then the video game allows us to earn back the Alka coin we've been giving out,
so you
and then to keep paying and keep the cycle going. So that's the plan. And then besides that, Alka coin is also going to be our governance token. So, right now we've been pretty centralized, which, definitely at the start of projects, unless you're literally like just releasing a DAO, which is just the purpose of a DAO is to not be decentralized.
Yeah.
You have to be decentralized to start, or centralized to start a project, especially
100%.
creator. And with us, we're coding a video game,
Yeah.
But we do have plans to have Alka coin be the governance token. So the people who have actually bought our NFTs earned it and, invested in us. That's not really an investment, but, have interacted with us, have a chance to have, vote on what they want and choose the direction of the game, which is really awesome as well.
Nice. And, that's what the community needs, man. So shout out to y'all again. So this got brought up a few times. Let's jump to it. The video game. Can you break that down? I know we'll put the visuals up later, but the video game, is it built in Unity? Is it a mobile or is it a PC base? Like, you talk about the video game.
Yeah. So first, the first version of it is on PC and Mac, so desktop.
Desktops, okay.
Describe it. So basically, you download the program, and then you install it on your computer, and then you can play it as long as you have 3 Alchemon, of course. And then
I'm ready to go.
yeah, for sure. And so you get to, so first, what we're releasing now, it's what we're calling our wide beta, because we did kind of a closed beta before.
Yep.
So anyone will be able to download and play it, but it's not going to be like our version 1. So it's still in beta. It's basically in the industry what they call an MVP, a minimum viable product. So
MVP, minimal viable product.
That's right.
Okay.
It's something you can release, people can get worth out of, but it's not like, it's not like we're launching. It's
the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not the whole thing. Okay.
So basically what's going to come is, our proof of concept. So you can play with your Alchemon, with your NFTs, you play and fight, and you can earn Alka coin. And then with the next release will be our V1. We'll be taking a lot of community feedback and finding out what works, what doesn't work. We think we have a good product already, but obviously we want to do what the people want.
Yes. You got to talk. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it's 3 versus 3 battles.
Yep.
Yeah.
To start with, that's what we've got. And so then we'll be reworking after this beta, we'll be releasing V1, which will be reworking reward system with the Alka Gold in there. And then after that, we'll have different things like, we'll have as NFTs, like special attack moves and things like that players can buy and use in game to get stronger Alchemon, kind of customize their team.
Yeah, I'll say, like wearable, collectible type things.
Yeah.
Huh. That's gonna be good. Yeah. Okay. I'm hyped. So when can the public, like beyond the betas and the launch, what's the idea of what quarter of this year maybe?
In just literally a couple days, our wide beta will be released. Probably a week, definitely before April 1st. So we're still planning to do it this month.
Okay. So let's talk to these people that don't know blockchain, right?
Yeah.
So what Clifford is saying, y'all, because a lot of people tapping in. You can buy your Alchemon card, which you own, which you could choose to resell or not resell if people are buying them, right?
Yep.
Then since you own this, you're plugging into the game with your wallet, Wallet Connect, right?
Yep.
And then that gives yourself access to have these playable characters, which are your NFTs.
Yep.
Okay, and then you can battle AI and or another person.
Not another person yet. I think we're planning to do in Q3. We're planning to release player versus player. Right now, it'll just be AI to start.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's really great. Basically, to dumb it down, what we're definitely doing is we're taking a video game. We're making a video game.
Yep.
And we're making every asset of that video game the players, something that you own. So just like you would buy a character in a video game for $5 or whatever, like you're only ever going to get use out of that in the video game. You can never resell it or anything like that.
Yeah.
So the plan with this is to make it so, every part of the economy the player owns, and they have a stake in the game because they own the pieces and can resell them and can do whatever they want with them.
Exactly. Now that's the beauty of the blockchain.
Yeah.
Like that's amazing, because then with the Algorand community, I'm trying to think, like, I haven't, or even anywhere else, I haven't really seen anything other. The only thing I could think of essentially is like Axie Affinity, but it's not quite the same.
Yeah.
Which is a little different. And then, like we say, we're talking about fees. Like it's almost like you can play this game for free, basically.
Yeah.
Like
once you get 3 Alchemon,
it's like
it's open to you.
Yeah, and then like as you say, a common goes for 5 algos, and right now algo is like 70 cents. So whatever, $3.50 you can get in and get you an Alchemon, which I think is very good. And I always think about like this next generation, my nephew and all them. This is the stuff that they're gonna be playing.
Yeah,
like 100%. I'm thinking 10 years ahead. Like it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I have 3 kids, and my oldest, he's definitely like once a week he'll be like, hey, we need to make more Alchemon. Like, yes, we do, but we got to release it in a proper manner. But he's stoked on him. He's 5 and he loves the Alchemon.
Nice. Yeah, that's amazing. So yeah, okay, can we talk about you a little bit too? Again, we in Portland. Let y'all know we are in Portland. Portland goes strong. So yeah, again, so like is the whole your wife's also the co-owner, right? Co-founder. And so yeah, fully doing Alchemon out here. What is next? Like how far do you want to go, if we could visualize or vision right now?
Yeah, that's a good question. So once released the beta, obviously there's version 1 with the updated economics and the special attacks and things like that. Then there's player versus player. And then, we want to release another game mode, maybe like story mode.
I was about to say, can we get an RPG?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I was like, I know it's the formula, but I need the RPG.
Yeah. So definitely do want to do a story mode. Then we might do something like co-op, like boss battles, like like you and some friends, who also have Alchemon can go in and fight like one giant Alchemon,
like some Final Fantasy 10 type of stuff.
Exactly. A little co-op, to bring the community closer and stuff like that. So that's it for the video game. I mean, obviously there's
tournaments, and you can have tournaments and everything with that type of stuff.
Obviously, like balancing, it's going to be a big deal and stuff like that. But once we feel like we have like a very balanced game and stuff like that, absolutely tournaments and things like that. And then, but also for the more long-term future, we definitely want to get a metaverse going.
Oh,
yeah. So we've already started working with some 3D artists and stuff like that. So, we want to have this, not just be a video game, but also be like a full, metaverse where you can go and, you can see the Alchemon in 3D and you can see your collection, you can buy land if you want.
Okay.
So
that's big.
Yeah. That's definitely the road we're going down. That's definitely not going to get, we'll be working on some development on that, but we'll need to raise a lot more funds to do it justice, which
for sure. AR, VR, all that type of stuff. Yeah. But that's the wave.
Yeah.
That's the wave.
Yeah. And, it's gonna be interesting to see how it all plays out. Again, I definitely think Algorand, is one of the best places, blockchain wise to do something like this. But the problem is it's not easy to develop a full 3D environment with everything in it, with all your assets in it and stuff. And then it's like, how open do we make it? How closed do we make it?
Your server power. It's a lot involved doing that.
Have like Alchemon battling in 3D. That's not just like, like, yes, we have it on 2D, but 3D, that's a whole nother thing, So it's definitely like, that's something that we absolutely want to start pouring some resources in once we get the game, like, once we get the game to a great place, which we should have in 3-6 months, I think.
Because I'm envisioning. I'm like, okay. I was looking at Microsoft purchased Blizzard,
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's something in the future that you never know who you're gonna talk to and be like, Microsoft might be able to get behind that. You know what I'm saying? And that's some like realistic stuff there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really interesting because like the current gaming community, they're very opposed to like NFTs and NFT gaming.
It's just crazy. I don't understand.
Yeah, I think, well, my personal opinion is that, they're already being nickel and dimed, like you pay $60 for a game and then they want you to pay more and pay more, which is like, to me, that's crazy,
It is, yeah.
But basically, like, I think people just think there's just going to be another price tag for them. They're going to buy the $60 game, they're going to buy the extra content, and now they're going to buy NFTs. And then, they have never bought an NFT, so they don't know the value of NFTs. So they're just saying, oh, this is another transaction for me on something that I'm already doing fine on, Then, we're talking like AAA level games like PlayStation and Xbox and stuff like that.
But I'm like, okay, let me buy the gun in Call of Duty. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is the value for y'all that's listening. Like, imagine owning the gun, and when you're done sniping, you sell it off for something else, right? Like, that's the value that I see with NFTs.
Yeah, and I think what they're worried about, and so like, the main thing with NFTs is the scarcity, and this isn't necessarily built in, but the fear of missing out and stuff like that. And those are things, you kind of got to be, I don't know, and somewhat of an adrenaline junkie to like be into those things, to be like, like, oh, I have to get this. Well, if I don't, I'm going to be bummed, like we have players wake up at like 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, like at 4 a.m. their time, they're waking up to buy Alchemon.
Like, get the new drop.
Yeah, exactly. Because we do 2 different drop times, so people worldwide can both do it. We normally do like 1 p.m. and 1 a.m. And so like, people have one chance, like 12 hours later, they have another chance, and they're waking up in the middle of the night to get in on both chances.
Yeah, I always think about like the people in Australia. Because when we at 10 a.m. or whatever, our 3 p.m. over here at like say a Wednesday, they're on Thursday.
Yeah,
it's like they kind of in the future. I always think about those guys too when it comes to this blockchain.
Australia is
the time is weird.
Algorand, Australia is like the place to be. Like every time I like finally hear like an awesome community member talk, I'm like, oh snap, they're Australian.
Yeah. I feel like once a week I'm talking to somebody from Australia.
Yeah, I've definitely taken calls at like 11 o'clock at night, like scheduled calls at 11 p.m. our time, just to be able to like talk to some people in Australia that that's convenient for them. So it's wild how worldwide everything is. It's just being like in one place with your own time zone, never worrying about anything, and all of a sudden everything's so worldwide.
Yeah, crypto did that to me too. Like I was just like, oh, at most I'm like, okay, East Coast is 3 hours, Hawaii is 2 hours. That's it. But now it's like, okay, I gotta, I'm on calls at 7 a.m. and it's like 7 p.m. somewhere else. That's the beauty of it too. And then it's like the global economy that this does bring. Like, that's amazing.
Yeah, totally. It gives, access to everything, like even with like merch and stuff like that, like we can't make our own merch and ship it because, shipping worldwide is like terrible.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Very expensive.
International is like not the way to ship merch. No.
Yeah. So we do our merch through, which a lot of other NFT projects do, through Printable. And basically, it's a great program, what they do, but all their stuff isn't like the best quality because it's like you can't do screen printed stuff. Like anything you do screen printed, which is like, a high quality t-shirt, like you
need that local, like,
you have to, and you have to buy it all. No one's going to screen print 1 or 2 shirts for 1 or 2 buyers. So we have to do the make it as people buy it, which adds cost and lowers quality. And it's stuff like that kind of sucks, but definitely want to like get big enough to where like maybe we could do like shipping worldwide and stuff like that.
But that's when you got your own that's a whole merch business.
That's when we've got our own warehouse.
You want to open that up and show the camera a little bit? Yeah, so that's the Alchemon. Merch. I see y'all got mugs, shirts. What else y'all got?
We don't have any. We have hoodies. We don't have shirts yet. So
that's just you then with the shirt. Okay,
this is a prototype. We should have some up soon. Basically, we have mugs and we have hoodies right now. I plan to get some more stuff up there, like shirts and hats and things like that. Definitely want to, again, like we do it through Printful, so it does get shipping worldwide and stuff. But
Nice.
Yeah.
Making things happen. Okay. I want to ask this. What is your favorite Alchemon set?
It's got to be set one, just because the ones on my shirt,
Yeah, the classic.
the OGs.
Yep.
It's so funny. Like I have a history of always like my favorite is always like the community's least favorite. Like they're always like the last one to sell out.
Yep.
And Maxine, the co-creator,
Yeah.
she always knows which one's going to be the most popular. So we're always fighting about it.
Yeah.
And she's always right. She's like she always picks the most popular one, and I always pick the least popular one. But yeah, Geist is my favorite. The
Geist,
first one,
yep.
yeah. To me, he's like the face of the company, but no one else sees it that way.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I always got to think too. The first set is you always see like, okay, that's where all the value was at, because everything else is not going to go. It's going to be cool. They're going to be way more advanced. It seems usually how it goes. But when we look back, we want that original.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and that's definitely how it's designed. To be as we move forward and release more Alchemon and get more players. The older cards just get more and more rare.
Yep.
Which in the NFT space, rare means valuable.
Exactly.
Again, this is just the community building these economics. It's not like we're not putting price tags on these old cards. But it's what people are willing to pay, and that's what they sell for.
Exactly.
So that's by design. Like our most NFT projects that are just like one of one NFTs, and it's hard to compare us with them because we are multi-mint. We're making a lot.
Multi-mint, like one of 1,000, one of 100, not a one of one. Yes,
exactly. Yeah, so there's more than one of each NFT. It's a fractional NFT technically, but gaming's going to change that. GameFi is going to change that to be each one is a piece of a whole
collection of,
exactly. So I almost forgot where I was going. Oh yeah, so the regular NFTs, like obviously they release NFTs and their metrics are like the floor price, we don't mess with floor prices.
I don't like floor price either.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and it's not a problem. It's just like, that's their one of their best metrics, but our we keep our floor low. Like we want everyone.
That's the point, yeah, for people who can have access to the game and actually play it. Yeah.
Exactly. So instead of making our NFTs worth more, our past NFTs worth more for the growth and the value of the ecosystem, we just release more in the future, making, even though they seem like there's a ton of them, right now there's like 1,000 of the set 4 legendaries out in circulation. But, right now we have like 3,000 to 4,000 players, no matter how, active they are. Sure, some are not that as active. But imagine, when we have 1,000 in circulation and there's 15,000 players, all of a sudden that's looking a lot more rare. Yeah. So that's basically our business model is Alchemon Inc. Our company model is to grow, get more people involved. So everything that seems like there's a lot of it now, there's just going to be less and less of it in the future, just because of the growth of the company. And
because you like 1,000. Yeah, it does sound like a lot, but at the end of the day, no.
Yeah,
it's not, because like once y'all get more popping, no, it's not a lot.
No. Yeah, and the best thing is we've definitely gotten people over into Algorand from other chains and stuff like that. So that's something that we're like the most proud of, is like, Algorand is definitely at a place where like the more people we get in, the better off we all are.
Yes.
So that's the thing I like the most about the project, is we're definitely pulling people in from other chains and getting a lot of interest from people that know crypto, just don't know Algorand. It's really awesome.
I know, yeah. Algorand, it like this. I'm like, this could be the year. All the upgrades of the tech, so the coders, developers can do more.
Yeah.
The big interoperability push.
Yeah.
And then like play to earn, my favorite. Again, passive income.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing better than utility that pays. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and once we started this out, our dream was like, hearing about like Axie Infinity, who people, in third world countries who don't have an economy
making
like the American
money.
Economy, they're like, they can play a video game and make their daily wages off of it, which is like, imagine thinking about that 20 years ago. Like,
you're like, what am I doing?
Super Nintendo, or parents like, get off there, you're gonna rot your brains. You'll never get paid for video games. Now there's like the whole video game leagues, or people are making it millions of dollars.
It's like imagine Sonic or whatever. They're collecting the coins, but you get to keep that shit after. Yeah.
That's another thing. Imagine if you did collect Pokemon cards 20 years ago, imagine they were safe on the blockchain. Yeah. And as long as you didn't lose your wallet, you still have all of them.
I'll be rich.
Exactly. You have all of them in mint condition, can resell them. Everyone knows that it's the correct one because it's connected.
It's not a copy. Yep. None of that. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what we're building now, and that's what's like super exciting. Like just assets that can't, they can depreciate, but they can't get ruined physically.
Nope.
They're always there, and the world's just going more and more digital. It's just gonna be more things like that.
Exactly. Like, yeah, I think the whole, especially I'm thinking about Algorand, as we talk about with the no fees, I mean, there is fees, excuse me, 0.001 fee, and just the community support. And, how a little side note of like, I see people are kind of beefing a little bit more in the community. And I think that's a sign that we're growing. Because now there's a lot more different opinions involved. So I'm just saying the growth factor is huge. And I think too, like as Ethereum and Bitcoin, of course, grows, it's always a spillover, and people are looking for that next thing. So I was like, shout out to y'all, Algorand. There's a few other dope projects that are NFTs. That I think are going to continue to skyrocket, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
There's definitely always a lot of, new and upcoming projects coming out that, I definitely love the NFT space.
Me too.
That's what this whole thing was born out of. So yeah, definitely that's only going to go up, and Algorand's only going to get bigger and bigger, and hopefully we have, like a Solana jump or something like that.
Oh my God. Yeah. Look, I'm like, that's what I need right
I shouldn't
now.
say hopefully.
Yeah.
It's definitely
I think it's happening.
It's just when is it going to happen?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
and I think we definitely picked a winner, and it's just growth from here, and the more we grow, the better off we all are.
Exactly. Okay, let's start to close out. Any updates you can share? I know you said the beta one is coming out, the wide beta.
Yep.
Anything else you can share?
Let's see. So yes, we have the wide beta coming out, and then we'll be working on the next version with player feedback. I will say we do have more Alchemon coming probably sooner than people think.
Okay. Hey, y'all heard it first.
That's right.
All right. Yeah.
We will be doing a community set. So you just have to keep your eyes peeled.
Community set.
See what that entails.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Can you tell the folks where to find the project and where to find you?
Yeah, so alchemon.net, everything's there. You can get into Telegram, get into Discord from there. You can see where to purchase. The store is on there. The Discord is definitely the most active place to be to get kind of daily updates and things like that. Also, we're on Twitter at Alchemon NFT. So you can just check us out on the website.
Excellent. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Make sure y'all tap in. Alchemon, Algorand, C-Will, Passive Income Network. I'm gone. Passive income, passive income, passive income. Gold in my dental, thank God for my mental. Investor fundamentals, told my girl it was simple. We getting all this money to purchase rentals and get passive income, passive income, passive income. Gold in my dental, thank God for my mental. Investor fundamentals, told my girl it was simple. We getting all this money to purchase rentals and get